Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. Y'all, it rained. It rained something terrible here. Terrible. But, y'all, why is Donald Trump's White House trying to gaslight us and to not ask the questions? Carolyn Levitt told reporters when they asked her about the flooding in Texas, she said the National Weather Service, they did a wonderful job, and we're not going to talk about the National Weather Service. Well, for one thing, we're going to talk about it because Texas said that they didn't get the information they need because of the cuts that Donald has done to the National Weather Service, and they're not even sure that it was staffed on the day of the flooding. Anytime you want to say something about them, they try to put it on others. Bitch, sit down. For real. Sit down. For real, for real. Just like when Donald bombed Iran because Netanyahu told him to. And you better believe Netanyahu told him to. Netanyahu is here right now to get him to do other things. Because we're funding him and Netanyahu is running America. Don't never get it twisted. Donald doesn't have a cohesive brain cell in his entire body. This is Netanyahu and Project 2025 that the 92% tried to tell y'all. And so Netanyahu is here to get Donald to bomb Iran again because he wants to stay in conflict because Netanyahu is going to go to jail too in his country if it ever comes out of conflict. So he knows exactly what he's doing. But Carolyn Levitt did the exact same thing. And she was like, they asked her about the bombing of Iran, and she was like, and nobody wants to talk about our brave soldiers and our brave pilots. Well, I already know our pilots and our soldiers are brave. It's their damn job. That's what they signed up for. You know what I mean? So what you're not going to do is we can't ask no questions because you're trying to make it look like we're against the military if we ask the questions. Now, what we're against is Donald Trump because you can't never try to big up the military with us and none of his family members have served. See, none of his family members have sacrificed time away from their kids, possibly getting hurt. My son-in-law was hurt in Afghanistan. See what I'm saying? And it's supposed to have been a peacekeeping mission. The war of it was over, and he was hurt. So don't anytime they're overseas anywhere, because they're Americans, something can happen to them. Americans in uniform, anytime. So don't ever get it twisted. So this woman doesn't want us to ask any questions because she's trying to say that we're against the military. Now we're against Trump. Why did he do it? And that's the problem. Mainstream media let Donald get away with so much. Now these people think that they're entitled to get away with it. And that the American people must suck it up and be all right with it. But this is not the only thing that's going to happen. Wait till this fallout start happening with this healthcare, with this Medicaid and stuff. And then they thought they were slick. So they got some cuts in the big beautiful bill that's happening right away. They got other cuts that are happening after the 2026 election. So they're trying to pad it a little bit, and then they're going to flush the toilet. You know how the stuff is floating on top in the toilet? When you put a lot of like particles in there, I ain't talking about poop now, I'm just talking about anything, just pour it in there. It's floating on top. And then after the 2026 election, they'll hit the button and everything will circle and go down through the toilet into the sewer of which Trump climbed out of. So that's what gets me is they thought they were so slick with that, and then that way they would be able to say it wasn't them in 2026. But we ain't gonna let you say it wasn't you. We ain't gonna let you, Stephen Miller, and none of those other minions, weasel and slither their way up out of it. We're not gonna let them do it. Point blank, period. And Paula Elon, I told using Elon as the fall guy, the scapegoat to make America hate him, and then they will get rid of him. Because the next thing they're going to try to see how they can take his wealth. But I don't have no sympathy for Elon because he's a stone cold racist. None. I have no sympathy for none of them. None of them. And they're tearing each other up. And I love it. From an angry black woman out of Tennessee, don't worry about cancel culture. Let's get it up out the mud. The have nots will defeat the haves. We will defeat them, y'all. It just might take some time. Okay? Welcome to the poor people's revolution.